Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you seriously getting some Are You Serious coffee? Because they're turning the power. You better, if you live in California, you better put a pot of coffee on right now before they shut the power off. I don't understand this one. Let me just say they're afraid of wildfires, so they're going to cut the power off in 28 of 60 counties. That's half the state of California, because they're afraid of fire damages. Now, let me just say something about that. If electricity in the state of California is going to cause massive wildfires, then there's a problem with the infrastructure. There's a serious problem with the infrastructure. The answer is not just shutting people's power down, it's fixing the infrastructure. Where's the governor at? Matter of fact, could this be part of the Green New Deal in some ways? Anyway, in what could be the biggest implementation yet of a California strategy of shutting off power to prevent wildfires. And I think that they probably are concerned about wildfires because 2 years ago, remember, all these 10,000 homes burned down and these smart meters were blowing up, but they didn't want to take a responsibility for this. But we got a problem with the infrastructure. The system's broken in California. The power system, if this is going to cause wildfires, it's broken. It's bad. It's faulty. It's ridiculous. Or is this climate change? In what could be, or Green New Deal maybe. In what could be the biggest implementation yet of California's strategy of shutting off power to prevent wildfires, the state's largest utility announced that blackouts are possible later this week in large swaths of the San Francisco Bay Area and Northern California. Matter of fact, citing the potential for extremely dry air and steady winds up to 30 miles an hour with gusts that experts said could be twice that strong. Straight line winds. Nibiru, Mike from around the world, said this was going to happen. 40, 50, 60 mile an hour straight line winds. And with the famines and the droughts and the wildfires potential. But anyway, I think Nibiru, you got to look at Planet X. You got to look at this, guys. Do you understand? You got to look at this. We've never seen anything like this. Citing the potential for extremely dry air and steady winds of 30 miles an hour up to 60 miles an hour, Pacific Gas and Electric announced it was considering public safety power shutoff for 29 counties out of the 60 counties in California. This is unbelievable. Today, Southern California Edison announced it too was considering preventive power outages. The utility said in advance of possibly strong Santa Ana winds, power could be cut off to more than 106,000 customers in Southern California, but the power be getting cut off to 800,000 customers from San Francisco to Northern California. Several years of devastating wildfires have sparked by downed power lines have prompted utilities to shut down power during hot, dry, and windy conditions, a policy that has now caused massive controversy in California, especially with the price of electricity going up. And the taxes that are being added to everything, and the property taxes are going up. I mean, the people are starting to wonder what in the world's going on. We got to pay all these taxes and we don't even have electricity. And we can't have electricity because it's a faulty system. It's broken. It's busted. It's a Green New Deal. And the possible mass power cut in Northern California comes at the second anniversary of the wine country's firestorms, which killed dozens of people and destroyed thousands of homes. Fire officials and forecasters say the conditions later this week are cause for concern. One thing we do have going for this year is a lot of fine fuels that have dried up and cured, said the National Weather Service meteorologist Scott Rao. What you really need is dry conditions, dry fuel, and strong winds to promote fire growth. On October 8th, which is today, Northern California's Diablo winds blasted, I'm sorry, on October 8th of 2017, 2 years ago from today, the Diablo winds blasted ferociously over the region's wine country hills, knocking power lines and tree branches into each other, which created showers of molten hot material that ignited brush fires beneath them. Those small fires quickly raged out of control under the cover of darkness and overtook the communities of Santa Rosa and Coffee Park, among others. Tens of thousands of homes were lost in the region, and more than 40 people died. The utility has declared bankruptcy, and the financial liabilities have gone into the dozens of billions. People are not going to get their homes. They're not going to get paid. It's over with. This week, Northern California's power outage could include the following counties. I'm not going to read them all. I'm just not going to read them all. 29 counties out of 60. An estimate of how many customers? About 1 million customers. It's insane. Guys, they may turn out the lights tonight and later in the week. Look for rolling blackouts periodically in California. PG&E employees are going to have to check the grid in person electronically before determining it's safe to turn back on. It's just going to become a mess. Governor Newsom, he's been more worried about all these other little things. He's running around signing all these little bills. But what he should be doing is focusing on his failed infrastructure and the chaos that's being created in California with the climate, and the realization that he has a broken infrastructure with high taxation and high property taxes and the lack of installation of a new grid system. He's left California broke, busted, and disgusted, and now the lights are going to go out. It's just unbelievable that a state this large with this many people and with that high of taxes can't get the power system to work. Unbelievable. Pray for the people of California. They deserve so much better. They deserve way, way better. This is sad. This is really, really sad. Are you serious? Get some coffee before your power goes out and it gets cold.